Thank you very much. Good evening. Thank you for being here for our special meeting of City Council for the installation and reorganization on Monday, December 10th. At this point, we will ask the Daly City Police Department for our honor guard.
They can fit through.
Please rise.
Please rise.
And then they're going to put it here so this clear as well.
Excuse me.
Prepare to post colors. Ready? Post. Free cover. Present. Order. On. Left, fix. Over, north.
And together, let's do the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please remain standing. We have Ms. Janelle Cancino Ferraro performing the Star Spangled Banner.
There you go.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early lights what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you so much, Janelle.
Boys,
That was good.
that's a highlight of the evening right there.
Madam Clerk, may we please have roll call?
Ms. Christensen,
Here.
Mr. Gingona,
Here.
Mr. Buenaventura,
Present.
Mr. Sylvester,
Present.
Ms. Manalo.
Present, thank you. Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for being here. We do have some of our elected officials here in the audience, and I'd like to honor them today. Supervisor David Canepa. We have Assemblymember Phil Ting. We have Congresswoman Jackie Spear on her. San Francisco Supervisor Jane Kim. Former San Francisco Supervisor John Avalos. Manufu Anuai from the Jefferson Elementary School District. Marie Bozuela from the Jefferson Elementary School District. Clayton Koo from the Jefferson Elementary School District. Maybelle Manio from the Jefferson Elementary School District. We see Rosie Tejada from the Jefferson Union High School District. Mark Nogales from the council member from South San Francisco. Wayne Lee from Millbrae City Council. Gina Pappin, Mayor of Millbrae. Don Baker from the South San Francisco School Board. With us, we have our special guests, Mayor Willie Brown. Joe Cotchett, Civil Rights Attorney.
Yeah, Joe.
And his wife, Nancy Nishimura, and partner. Mike Callaghy from the San Mateo County Manager. Former Mayor and Supervisor Adrian Tissier. Melinda Dart, the President of the San Mateo Labor Council. Bill Duplessis, former Assembly Member.
Yep.
Lee Aquila from the Daly City Police Officers Association. Nick Doyle from the Daly City Firefighters Association. Francis Espiritu from the Philippine News. Edwina Aniag from Philam Star. Pez Santos from Manila Mail. Narissa Fernandez from the TFC. And Gary Lee from and Ariel Lee from the San Mateo County Parks awardees. We also have our commissioners here, Ray Satori from Planning, Teresa Perano from Planning, Arlene Daos Magwal from the Arts and Culture Commission, Nancy Rodriguez from the Arts and Culture Commission.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Espinda from the Arts and Culture Commission. Dory Paniza from the Arts and Culture Commission. And from our Recreation Commissioners, Jack Pastor. Nadia Flamenco. And Christina Luna. Our Library Board of Trustees, we have Marcel Balmeo, Phila Lagarta, Fisha De Vera, and Bill Lex. Personnel Board, we have Perla Abrientos, Gary Pacheco, and Mark Santamaria. With the San Mateo County Parks, we have Mariko Enriquez, Sam Mene, and San Mateo County on Aging, Cherie Moreno, and Fel Amistad for the California State Professional Engineers. Also from the Bay Shore, we have elementary or the school districts, Mr. Cecil Owens. Also, today with our staff, we have our interim city manager, Shauna Maltby. Our city attorney, Rose Zimmerman. Our city treasurer, Danica Halvorsen. Our city clerk, Annette Hipona. And police chief, Patrick Hensley. And our fire chief, Ron Myers. Thank you very much. At this point, I'm calling on City Clerk to read the certification of the official canvass of votes.
Thank you. Mark Church, Chief Elections Officer of the San Mateo County, State of California, does hereby certify that an election was held within the boundaries of Daly City on November 6, 2018, for the purposes of submitting Measure BB, UU, and VV to the qualified voters and electing 3 council members for 4 years. Ray Buenaventura has been re-elected for the office of Daly City Council. Rod Daus Mekbaul and Pamela Di Giovanni have been elected to the offices of Daly City Council. The certified statement of the vote is on file in the City Clerk's office. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Madam Mayor, I would like to make a motion to accept the certification as submitted by the City Clerk.
Okay, and I'll second that. May I have a roll call, please?
Ms. Christensen?
Yes.
Mr. Gingona?
Aye.
Mr. Buenaventura?
Aye.
Mr. Sylvester?
Aye.
Ms. Manalo?
Aye. Congratulations. This evening, we have the wonderful opportunity to have presentations from our elected officials that we work with nationally and also in the state and county. At this point, we have a presentation from Congresswoman Jackie Spear.
Hello, everyone. My name is Rogda, and I'm from Congresswoman Jackie Spear's office. Unfortunately, the Congresswoman couldn't join us today as she's in D.C., but Congresswoman Spear would like to present Councilman Mike Gingona with this congressional record, which cements his decades of service and history for future generations to see. It's quite long, so I'll just read a paragraph. Among Mike's top priorities and passions are health and fitness. He supported a resolution adopting a citywide wellness policy and initiated legislation to fight secondhand smoke. He also made a pledge that I believe no other council member has duplicated. He rode his bike on every street in Daly City to raise awareness for health and safety bike routes. For many years, he was a judo coach at Cahill Judo's Academy in San Bruno and a wrestling coach at Terra Nova High School. He's a mixed martial arts judge for the California State Athletics Commission, Director of Operations and coach for the Wrestling Association of the Philippines, and swim instructor and certified personal trainer working with employees at Google and YouTube. While Mike will retire from the City Council, he will continue his interest in everything Daly City, many of his athletic activities and his work as an attorney. Mike is looking forward to spending more of his freed up time with his wife Jackie and son Kai, who is a member of the Philippine national wrestling team, which Mike is coaching. Mr. Speaker, I ask the House of Representatives to join me in thanking my longtime friend and colleague, Mike Ngana, for his outstanding and dedicated public service to the residents of Daly City. His likability, charm, and optimism have been assets as he represented Daly City in many positions. He beautifully reflects and advances the spirit and character of his beloved hometown. I join the community in wishing him the best in all his future endeavors.
Thank you very much. We also have Assemblymember Phil Ting. Okay, sure.
Well, I'm again honored tonight to be here and really recognize Council Member Gangona as well. As you know, Mike was really an amazing individual. He broke the glass ceiling, excuse me.
Gas ceiling too.
I think I have some gas or something, so sorry about that. The glass ceiling here in Daly City. For so long, we'd seen how many Filipino Americans had lived here, really flourished here, raised their families here, but we did not have a Filipino American on the City Council. And 25 years ago, when Mike was probably just 18, Mike broke that glass ceiling for this community and really for this city. It has served this city amazingly well, served this county amazingly well. He's served on every single regional as well as Bay Area commission that you can think of through his 25 years. I know that while he's moving on to also extend his passion in health and fitness, that he's going to be a consistent member of our community here in Daly City, and he will forever be serving us. But tonight, we just want to thank him. We have a resolution on behalf of myself and Senator Wiener, just thanking him for his amazing 25 years of service. Mike. We also wanted to recognize outgoing council member Judith Christensen. Judith is quite extraordinary because it takes a special person to really dedicate your life to your city, to volunteer to serve, to actually walk all those precincts and get elected, not once, but twice. It's amazing. She took some time off and realized she missed it so much. That's why she came back. And we're very thankful for these great 4 years. And I just wanted to thank again Judith for her 8 years of amazing service to Daly City. We know that she's going to continue to serve in many other capacities, but just wanted to thank her for her service on the City Council. Thank you, Judith.
Thank you very much, Assemblymember Phil Ting. We also have our supervisor, David Canepa.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Congratulations on your baby. And to the council, Daly City has a history of having wonderful people serve. You think about Lou Pappin, you think about leaders such as Mike Nevin, you think about Bill Schumacher, you think about all this rich history. And as I always tell Glenn Sylvester, he laughs at me, but size does matter. Daly City is the largest city in San Mateo County, so that is important. And we've always had a tradition of doing innovative things. And so this council The ones who are coming reflect what's great about this city. And Mike and Gona, I just want to thank you. I want to thank you for your leadership, your 25 years, for your heart, your charisma, your hard work. We didn't agree all the time. He beat me sometimes, I beat him. But you know what? You are tremendous, and I'm glad to call you a former colleague. But thank you, Mike, for all you do. Judith, thank you for everything. Judith is a tough campaigner. We ran against each other, and then we had the ability to serve on the council. If there's anything that anyone could say about Judith, when it came to our neighborhoods and our communities, she was always there. And I think she would even say that she always tried to fight for the little person, and that's admirable. Unlike Assemblymember Ting and Congresswoman Spear, I had 2 resolutions. But for some reason, between Redwood City and here, they got lost. But I will guarantee you that this will never happen again. And my chief of staff, Tony Bayudan, told me it won't happen again, and we'll get you the resolutions tomorrow. Thank you very much, and let's enjoy our night. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Supervisor Canepa. And at this point, I have the honor to present the awards to the Citizen of the Year, Business of the Year, Commissioner of the Year, and the Youth of the Year. And so the first award goes to the Mayor's Citizen of the Year for 2018. And this award goes to Rowena Williams Pote-Mefua. She has a passion to provide for those who are in need. Growing up in her household, she was raised to serve God, be kind and respectful to her family, treat everyone as an equal no matter who they are. Her parents are now retired after serving as elders of their church for 60 years. Her dad, Isako Poti, is now 91 years young, still strong in the Word of God, and instills his ministries with others every chance he gets. 2 years ago, her mother, Roberta Williams Poti, passed away at the age of 83. She was their glue, the one person who could hold it all together for their family and make it look easy as breathing. She's the 3rd oldest of 6 children with over 30 nieces and nephews, and she loves and adores as her own. For 39 years, she's been blessed to have been married to the most hardworking, humble, and patient man with 6 children and 8 great-grandchildren. Reina has been serving families in the community and the surrounding cities for 20 years now. Those who know her, she knows that she's a social butterfly and loves getting to know people, their stories, and where they come from. From those stories, she hears the struggles that families go through, the obstacles they face every day to make ends meet, and the emotional stress that puts on them. Their hurt was evident, and one day she prayed to God, what can I do to help these families? And one day God answered her prayer and was blessed with the opportunity to provide families with items from local stores, food, transportation, to name a few. But for over 25 years, she was an administrative assistant, worked for President Kathleen Lagomarsino and the Ferrari family at AS Electric in Daly City. As an alumni of Jefferson High School, she's proud to give back by volunteering and providing service for students and their families. Also currently an employee at Jefferson High School as a health nurse, she's been there for over 8 years. In addition, she also serves as an advisor for the Polynesian Club. Some of the events she's done is the crab and spaghetti feed. I'm sure many of you have attended. Also the enormous events that she's done, which is in conjunction with Supervisor Dave Canepa. Also all the car shows, the toy drives in the Bayshore. And every Monday, she picks up produce, snacks, and cases of water to make it available to Jefferson High School students and staff. As many of you know, she is instrumental in our community and really has continued her efforts to provide opportunities for youth, and really one of those individuals that really bridges the community together. And so it is with great honor to present the Citizen of the Year Award to Reina.
Camera 50.
Yeah.
Does she want to?
Good evening, everyone. Love you too. Thank you. I am a person of a few words. First and foremost, it's my pleasure to serve. I give all, and I thank God for all that He's done and blessed each and every one of us. Without Him, nothing is possible. But through Him, all is possible. I want to thank Mayor Jocelyn Manalo for doing me the honor for this award. And I thank each and every one of you, my families and friends, my colleagues. And here we go again with the microphone. Okay, can you hear me now? I can see Teresa's like, what is she saying? I can see my boss, wonderful person, Mr. Mark Bashirs with Jefferson High School. Again, lastly, I want to thank my family, my husband, my kids, my children. Thank you for your support, your love, your encouragement, and all that you do to keeping up with me. Someone just said that. How do you keep up with this woman? How do they keep up with me? Well, all I want to say is thank you so much. May God bless you all, and thank you for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And we have had the honor and to have the certificate of recognition from both Senator Scott Wiener and also Assemblymember Member Phil Ting for the awardees. And now I have the honor to present the Mayor's Business of the Year 2018 recognition, and it goes to the Filipino channel, TFC. TFC is a flagship product of the ABS-CBN International. It serves as a 24-hour cable, satellite, IPTV, web, and mobile service that broadcasts globally, carrying out a range of programs to suit the needs and preferences of over 8 million overseas Filipinos. TFC provides both TV and radio entertainment and offers shows reflective of the Filipino culture and values. It's opened its new office in Daly City, adjacent to the Century Theaters, in April of 2017. But for many of you, it's actually where Daly City is where TFC originated, and they came back home in 2017. But really, it's through the work they've done with the community. And for the past 2 years, they've partnered with the city of Daly City, to do the Filipino History Month celebration. And it's just been wonderful to partner with TFC, with a business that cares about the community. And we see a long-term partnership with the Filipino channel. And so it's with great honor to present this award to them. It's for your commitment to providing outstanding service and your dedication to the community in partnership with the City of Daly City.
Give them to him.
You want all of them?
Or just this one?
I don't know which ones they are.
Does it have a sound? Okay. Our late Chairman Emeritus, Don Henny Lopez Jr., was asked by somebody, is ABS-CBN about values first or about service first? And he said that ABS-CBN is about values first. Why? Because values comprise the soul of service. I'd like to think that we received this award not because we did something excellently, but because Daly City, as a business environment, freely allowed us to put those cherished values into practice. So, on behalf of our Global COO, Olivia De Jesus, and our North America and Latin America Managing Director, June Del Rosario, we'd like to thank Mayor Jocelyn Manalo and the distinguished City Council of Daly City, and to everyone, each and every one of you. Thank you.
Very much. And now I'd like to present the Mayor's Commissioner of the Year Award. For many of you, I don't know if you've been looking around Daly City, but there has been amazing artwork that has been on electric boxes in the city of Daly City. And this is a surprise. And I'd like to give this awardee to Miss Arlene Daos Magboal, who sits on the Arts and Culture Commission, and really around putting things to action. And I think that's what's pretty amazing, to see things in action. The work that she's done in conjunction with Skyline to provide opportunities for youth to highlight their artwork, and also have something very visible for everyone to share, right? When you're walking around Daly City, you see the artwork. That's something everyone can, see and really value. So thank you for that. And congratulations in recognition of your outstanding contribution as a Commissioner of Daly City.
To be for you, but I just want to say thank you. This is a surprise for me. I was appointed not too long ago, maybe about a year and a half ago, and I work with a really awesome commission, the Daly City Arts and Culture Commission. So I want to thank Dory, I want to thank Nancy, I want to thank Elizabeth, and we had really big plans for the city to see how we can collaborate with the schools and Skyline College. I want to thank Skyline College, especially Professor Amir, who used his class to really think about what is Daly City and what does Daly City mean to our students that live here, that work here, that drive around the streets that we all drive around every single day, and to see the artwork that they actually painted for a whole semester, and do the research of those neighborhoods and really articulate what art means on the streets. So I just want to say thank you, Mayor, and thank you everyone that support the Daly City Arts and Culture Commission. And if you're around there on the top, we have exhibits every quarter. There's artwork up there, and so we welcome you every quarter to come and see art from people from Daly City. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And last but not least, I have the opportunity to have the Youth of the Year award. And I will have to say, from my colleague, Councilmember Glenn Sylvester, who last year chose two, one female and one male. And so I'm keeping to that. And the Youth of the Year award goes to Vicente Roberts. So Vicente is an extremely well-rounded young man. He is unique amongst his peers, and he possesses academic curiosity and athletic potential, as well as a number of less obvious qualities that cannot be indicated by grades or athletic prowess. Born at Stanford on February 5, 2001, he grew up in Daly City, attended Susan B. Anthony through 5th grade, and attended Thomas R. Policeta Middle School. His attributes and his academic success to the foundation he received at those schools, naming his kindergarten teacher, Miss Petrus in particular. Although Vicente states that sloth is his deadly sin, he claims he overcomes this with natural ability. His teachers and current principal has a different opinion. Vicente is a culmination of a natural promise and applied energy. It is his work ethic, fostered by his father, that has brought him this far. At the time of this writing, Vicente's GPA is a 4.173. And amongst his teachers, favorites in terms of academic promise and student behavior. He does not shy away from challenge. During his junior year, Vicente challenged himself to 2 AP classes as well as physics. He's taking 3 AP courses this year, and after demonstrating his prowess on the JV basketball team, Vicente was selected to play varsity basketball. He'll be returning to compete again this season. He earned a black belt in martial arts. Not only that, has he developed a musician displaying skills on piano, guitar, and percussion. Vicente's mother passed away when he was in 5th grade. At that time, Vicente maintained a colorful, outgoing exterior, but on the inside he felt cold. He credits the staff at Jefferson High School for their friendliness and caring attitude, with bringing out the young man we see today. So I'd like to bring up Vicente Roberts for the Mayor's Youth of the Year.
Excuse me, I'm a little bit under the weather. First thing I'd like to do is thank my mother, who I miss very much. And I attribute many things to her, of course, me being here, but also just the love and support that she gave me all those years ago. And I miss her very much, but I'm very thankful to have everything that she gave me. Next, I would like to thank my father, Mr. Michael Roberts. I appreciate you, sir. You're awesome. My sisters are here, Janelle and Candace, and my 2 nieces. Love you too. My best friend Jacob and his family, they're here. Thank you very much for being here. I love you guys. And then everyone else who's here, and of course, Audrey Rose, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. But everyone else here, thank you for everything. Thank you for being a part of this community. This community is everything to me. Without each and every one of you, without my wonderful teachers who are here supporting me, without this wonderful council behind us, this would not be possible. And I love the city very much. And I hope that one day I can use the momentum from this plaque right here to come back and contribute to this community and give back to it what it gave to me. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And now we'll also have our Mayor's Youth of the Year Award for Miss Nathalie Annunciation. Nathalie is a student council president for Woodrow Wilson Elementary School. She is a natural leader and always thinking of ways to improve the elementary school. When she became student council president, she instantly sought out to plan movie nights and more. She's academically a rock star and finished the online reading program, and now is actively matching to keep reading books, and books. She keeps reading, and reading. As mentioned, she's an academic rock star and is always striving to improve herself and her school. So, Miss Nathalie Annunciation.
Thank you for this award, and thank you for everyone for coming, and thank you to Ms. Camacho for choosing me to get this amazing award. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for all the work you've done to all the awardees, very well deserved. And at this point, also, I just want to say thank you to everyone. It's been an amazing year being the mayor for the city of Daly City. And I really couldn't have not done it without my family who supported me. My mom and dad are here in the audience who have been there. My husband is watching from TV with our new 10-day-old baby. And so it's just been wonderful to serve the community, as I always say, I was raised in. There has been so many things that we've been able to accomplish as a council this year, and I'm extremely proud of what we've been able to do. And I really couldn't have done it without the folks that we have here. And just to name a few, as mentioned earlier from the city clerk, we were able to pass 3 measures that are going to be able to help sustain the services, most importantly our public safety, and also our other services that we need to sustain in the city of Daly City. This year, we also, there was unfortunate incidents that happened in Daly City where there were some racial slurs that happened. But what the city of Daly City did together were to create an environment that says we do not tolerate this, but we celebrated love, not hate, celebrating our diversity together. And that just shows what type of community we have, and that we stand together, unite, and we make sure that we support one another. It was really amazing to see that our Make a Difference Day had 6 community cleanups and planted so many native trees, but really seeing so many parts of our community giving back was huge. All over from the Bay Shore to top of the hill, all of these other areas. Also wanted to share that we've been able to also work on our affordable housing ordinance. And that's something that I know we've heard from our community, and that's an ordinance that is going to bring forth more affordable housing opportunities for the residents that I know we keep hearing. And so we're doing our best to ensure that we provide more affordable housing in Daly City, and that's some of the work that we will see down the line. There's so many other things I want to share with each and every one of you, but those are some of the highlights. I know we have an evening ahead of us, but I would just want to say thank you so much for giving me the opportunity, for my colleagues and for the community to serve you. And it's been such an honor, an extreme honor as well, to serve with my little baby since March. So he hung out with me until then, and really it's just been wonderful. So thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. At this point, I'd like to ask if Council Member Mike Gungona has any outgoing comments.
Well, I'd like to defer to Judith. Let Judith go first.
Okay.
Council Member
speak
Judy.
down there. If you can't hear in the back, just raise your hand. As I begin, I want to truly thank those who have encouraged me and who have supported me over the 8 years. You are the reason that I have been able to serve, and I greatly appreciate your help. In every single one of the 8 years that I've served on this council, I have sought to be the voice of reason, a voice for positive change, and a voice for financial sustainability. I have worked hard to understand and to explain the dire situation that this city faces when the council majority blindly continues to vote to spend more money than we have income. I really do not want to have to come back here a couple of years from now on an I told you so tour when the council has driven this city into bankruptcy and half of our employees have been either outsourced or laid off because of a state takeover. So this is a challenge to the council to not let that happen. Responsible and effective government is impossible as long as our political system in Daly City continues to be unethical. Our city council has a long tradition of retaliating against any council member who had the audacity to run without their invitation and to be elected without their support. I'm one of those people. Police and fire unions spent tens of thousands to endorse candidates who promised big raises and special treatment, and attack with misleading and dishonest political hit pieces any candidate who promises to be independent and to do what is fair and sustainable for all employees. When voters elect a council member who is independent, someone who gives voice to an unheard part of the community and refuses to violate the Brown Act by cutting deals in the back room, those voters fully expect that council member to be treated with respect and given an equal opportunity to contribute on important committees and to serve in the leadership roles of mayor and vice mayor. This year, Mayor Manalo excluded me from serving on important committees. In my 8 years on this council, I've never been allowed to serve as mayor or vice mayor. In fact, this is not a common occurrence at all. It has been 82 years since another council member did not serve as mayor or vice mayor during his 8 years of service. He was elected in 1936. This undemocratic behavior of exclusion is an example of what I think are petty power trips and egos run amok that have dominated the council. Many of you in the community and on staff have told me that I am the voice of reason and that you were worried that I'm leaving. A voice of reason does little good when others on the council choose not to vote reasonably. I have done my very best to speak the truth, to support reasonable proposals, and to challenge harmful ones. I have worked to hold my colleagues and myself accountable for our decisions and our behavior. And I always ask the tough questions that you all want answered. I am proud to have fought the good fight on your behalf, and now I step down to join you in demanding a more responsive, a more effective, and a more ethical government here in Daly City. We, the residents, certainly deserve better. I thank you, and I bid you good night.
Councilmember Agudon, would you like?
Thanks a lot, Judith. 8 years, it's always been a tough act to follow. Thank you very much for that. It's been a pleasure to work with you, Judith. You know, 25 years ago, when I was sitting out there thinking about what I was going to say in the beginning, I came to a blank. I was sitting there, I was nervous, My boss was Willie Brown. I was a public defender. Long time ago. In fact, as I look out in the audience, I see a few of my ex-bosses. Bob McLennan of Planet Fitness was my boss. TFC, I worked for a few years in 2008. They were my bosses. And all that does is illustrate that in the years that I've been in Daly City, I've applied myself in many different ways. Before really beginning this talk, I would like to acknowledge the presence of Tony Zidich, our city treasurer, who gave a long time city treasurer and did his best, and it's good to see you over here. You know, if there's any advice I can give to the two new council members that come in, you're going to have to remember that when faced with a tough decision, there's going to be a lot of people out there in the audience that are going to urge you to do something that is in their interest. And what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to remember that there's a whole bunch of other people that didn't come to the meeting. And they're counting on you to do the right thing as well. So to have that kind of courage and to be able to display that courage over the many years of your coming service is something that you should keep in mind. It's not always good to be popular. It is good to be able to follow the courage of your convictions. You know, being on the city council for 25 years given me a lot of opportunity. You know, I was invited to the White House. I went to a dinner with President Bush. I've met President Clinton. I've met the last 4 presidents of the Philippines. In fact, one of the vice presidents was my dad's brother, my uncle. I've had great opportunity here, and this job has given me many, many things that a regular job wouldn't give me. In fact, I keep telling people it's the best part-time job that you could ever have. But as I look back on this job, and I look back on what's going to happen in the future, there is one thing I will tell you. I'm going to look forward to watching Monday Night Football, because for 25 years, the second and fourth Monday of every month, I've been sitting here, 7 o'clock. But in all honesty, the one thing that I want to leave you with is that what brought me to this place was a desire to serve and to make my community a better place to live. I sat out in that audience frustrated every minute that I wasn't up here being able to contribute to the decisions that are made here. Land use decisions, personnel decisions. Making decisions, basically, was this whole job. So I will say this as I part. It has been a pleasure and a privilege for me to serve the city of Daly City. I don't get a chance to talk to the voters that often. I don't get a chance to talk to the audience that often. In fact, this is the last time that I'll be speaking in public and being able to address you as a council member. It has been an awesome ride, and I want to thank each and every one of you for making it what it was. God bless you.
Councilmember Sylvester.
In parting words for Mr. Gingona, I've said it before, but I will be proud to say it again. I'm a newcomer here to the council, and in the time I've spent here on the council, I've learned a lot from you. I think back as what Assembly Member Ting said earlier, and I said a quarter of a century. And that's 25 years, so I subtract 25 years from how old I am now. Wow, you really stepped out there, and that should not be forgotten. You have definitely broken that glass ceiling. And to that end, Mr. Gingona, I will continue to respect you, because there's been times on this council you've been very quiet, but when something didn't go right, you spoke up. And many times you've done that, and I will never, ever forget that. So thank you so much for your service, and I really appreciate it.
Vice Mayor Bonaventura.
Yes, Mike, let me just say that you are a natural-born lawyer. When you were on point, when you wanted to make a point of an issue, there was no other that can do it better than you can. You have this, the pointed questions you ask, the way you zero in on a target. If you wanted to make a point, it was clear by the time the meeting was done. And so I applaud you for your tremendous knowledge, your experience, your intelligence, and your passion and commitment to serve. We are a grateful community. We are a better community because of your service. And I want to thank you personally for all that you've done. Thank you.
Thank you, Red.
Very much. Council Member, I just want to say thank you very much for 25 years. That is a very long time. I think I remember first meeting you when you were a mayor going to San Francisco State at one of our Filipino History Month events. And that was in 1998, so at that time. And so, yeah, that is a long tenure and a lot of dedication. So thank you very much for your service.
Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Madam Mayor, before we adjourn the 54th Council of Daly City, we have a special presentation to give to you. Councilmember Sylvester.
Well, this was something new to me, but you know, I would be more than happy to present this to you, Madam Mayor. I remember the last time when I was mayor, you presented to me. And it's those little things that really means a lot. So with that being said, I'm going to defer to the vice mayor, but I want to be here to see this.
Hammer.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
With that,
Thank you very much.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Try it, see if it works.
Don't break it.
Okay. and with that,
With that, I make a motion to adjourn the 54th session of the City Council.
Second.
okay.
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Hey.
And now, the call to order the 55th City Council meeting for the City of Daly City. At this point, what all of you are waiting for is we have the oath of office. Call for the administration of the oath to Council Member-elect Ray Bonaventura, who will be administered by Assembly Member Phil Ting.
Ray, if you could please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Raymond A. Buenaventura,
I, Raymond A. Buenaventura,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
and that I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will
and I will well
and faithfully discharge
and faithfully discharge
the duties
the duties
upon which I'm about to enter
upon which I'm about to enter
during such time
during such time
as I hold the office of
as I hold the office of
Council Member of Daly City.
Council Member of Daly City.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So I know it's a been a very ceremonial night, and I want to just say a few words before we proceed with the next person. So I have a lot of people to thank. I have actually a list of a lot of tremendous people who have helped me throughout my campaign and my election to the City Council. First, I want to thank my wife, Kathy, and my son, Matt. They have given me the freedom to campaign, and they've given me a pass throughout the year to work hard at my reelection. They have relieved me from some of the pressures and some of the daily grind of having a family, having to earn a living, and having to go to work and to council. So I'm grateful for them for giving me that precious time we have lost as a family. I want to thank my mentor and chief architect and strategist, Ray Satori. Ray Satori has been really sort of the one person that has guided me politically, strategically, and has been a mentor and is the result of a lot of my success. So Ray, thank you very much for all that you have done. Perla Barrientos, who is really considered the godmother of Daly City politics. Perla is never hesitant to tell me when I've screwed up, when I have done something wrong, and she's always sort of steered the ship for me when I have gone astray somewhat. I want to thank both the Daly City firefighters and the Daly City Police Department. They have been tremendous with their help and support throughout the years in helping me achieve success as a council member. With them, you just can't lose. They are a tremendous group of people, and I'm grateful for all your help. I want to thank the San Mateo Labor Council and all the labor groups, including NUHW, AFSCME, the teachers, building trades, electricians, plumbers, Teamsters, restaurant workers, you name it. I want to thank the Democratic Party, the San Mateo Democratic Party, for giving me that much coveted endorsement. I want to thank all the elected officials who have helped me and have endorsed me, especially and including David Canepa, Scott Weiner, Phil Ting, Carlos Bolanos, Jane Kim, Wayne Lee, Gina Pappin, you name it. I want to thank all the commissioners who have gotten behind me and supported me, and also all the organizations such as SAMCAR, California Apartments Association, and BAYMEC. So that's quite a list. And again, I want to reiterate how grateful and thankful I am. Unfortunately, there's another list, all right? And I'm going to start by saying this. There is another list of my enemies. There is another list of people who didn't support me. And in this business, it's unfortunate, but it's a true fact that you will make friends, but you will also make some enemies. I want to say that from this day forward, if you walk through that door with me, my door will always be open. Walk through that door with me, and I promise you there will be bygones. I know I'm not going to please everybody, but I'm going to endeavor to try to understand and appreciate the concerns that you have. Because in the end, it's about us doing better for our city. So bygones will be bygones, and my door is always open. Let's work together to build a better Daly City. Now, when it came to the election, it obviously was a great night for me. As the returns started to come in, election night, I was very excited. I was very happy at the results. I was pretty confident. But let me tell you, at the end of it all, just when we were about to be certified, the last numbers came in. I started looking at the history of the numbers and the voters. And I will tell you proudly that in my research and what I've looked at, I think I've gotten the most votes ever for a city councilman in decades. Now, wait a minute. I'm not telling you that to brag. I'm telling you this because I'm going to explain to you what it is I'm about to do. Those kind of numbers enables me to work beyond the margins. I now have what I believe is some political capital, and I intend to spend it. I feel more confident. I feel that I've been sort of unshackled. So change will come, and it will be bold and aggressive. And it's because the people have given me that opportunity in the numbers that they've reached. And so I can feel it in my bones that change is going to come, and it's going to take the new team, this team, to help. When I started this campaign, as you know, there were 3 people who were with me, 3 total, okay? The first one is Rod. Let me tell you something about Rod, okay? There was a moment in this campaign where I began to realize I'm in good company. And let me tell you what I mean by that, okay? And not the other way around. I'm the one in good company. When we were campaigning, we would go out to the BART station, so that's one example. And just about every other person who walked through that turnstile would say, "Hey, Rod, how you doing? Oh, Rod, my bro. Professor, how are you doing?" It seemed like every other person knew who Rod was. Now, he might not be politically well known, but the people know him. And I thought, wow, that's amazing. Here I am just watching, and I'm like, hi, this is Ray Buenaventura, 7-term council member. I'm here too. But it was amazing to see that the connection that Rod had with people. And I can't wait for you to see him work. Okay. One other thing. When he won, there was a member of the community who said this to me. She said, "Oh my God, Ray, our lives are going to change." That was Professor Allison. And it rung so true to me because that is a true fact. Our lives, your lives, are going to change because of this guy. He has that much of an effect on people. And I just can't wait for you to all see what's going to happen. Let me say something about Pam. So Pam was destined to be a council member. In many ways, we were just keeping the seat warm for you. If there was an issue that Pam cared about, Lord help you. Because she will be relentless, and I expect the same thing for Pam. Let me say something about former Mayor Glenn Sylvester. Glenn was the mayor last year. And you know what? He has never stopped acting like a mayor. Because Glenn is always out there. He gives his 100%, and he loves the job. He absolutely loves the job. He loves meeting people. He loves shaking hands, kissing babies, the whole thing. Mayor Jocelyn Manalo. Mayor Manalo is one of the hardest working mayors we have ever had. Can you imagine being the first Filipina mayor, being pregnant during her term, delivering during her term, and not missing a beat when it came to her job? She works, she's the mayor, she got through all this legislation, we passed 3 measures, she got minimum wage done. An incredible person to work with. So thank you for your leadership. One final thing. I have heard the whispers in the community. You know what the whispers are? The whispers I hear are, there are too many Filipinos on the council. Let me say to that, don't be afraid of us. We are united as a people, and we can do the job together as a people. There's no such thing as a Filipino pothole or a Filipino only issue. We together can work together, and we can build a better Daly City for everybody. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. It's going to be a great ride, and thank you so much.
Congratulations. At this point, we're calling for the administration oath to Council Member-elect Rod Daus Magwal. The oath will be administered by Arlene Daus Magwal, his partner and wife.
You ready? Raise your right hand. I, Dr. Roderick Rania Daus Magwal,
Dr. Roderick Rania Daus Magwal,
do solemnly affirm that I will support and defend the Constitution
and defend the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties upon which I'm about to enter. Upon which I am about to enter.
Duties upon which I will about to enter. Okay.
So I also wanted to present to him, there is a badge from the City of Daly City to Councilmember Rod Daus Magwal.
Yeah.
Man, but I just, damn. Can anybody hear me? For the people in the back. Okay, I guess I'll just use my professor voice. I wish everybody had the position that I have right now. God, this feels so... Words can't even justify or express how this feels. Because this election, this campaign wasn't even about me. It was about y'all. You know, so... So I just want to say thank you. I'm just going to go down a list, and then I'm not going to go through all my whole list. I guess that's what social media is for, right? So look out for Instagram, Facebook. JR, is JR here? Oh, he's outside, okay. But I want to first thank the San Mateo County Central Labor Committee to have faith in a person that's a first-time candidate. You know, thank you. That's pretty awesome to be a first-time candidate and get that endorsement You know, it's like putting your chips into something that's unknown. I want to thank Daly City firefighters, and we need to bring Engine 95 back.
Yes!
You know. I want to thank Nick Gracia, Nick Doyle, Captain Ernie DeRosa for your belief in me, the Daly City Police Officers Association, Leakia for your support, the Teamsters, the National Union of Health Workers, Ask Me, Melinda Dart, American Federation of Teachers, and I think this is where I'm going to add and put everything else on the Facebook, social media. So I just want to be mindful of time and mindful of everybody else. I know everybody's hungry, right? Okay. So I'm just going to... Okay, so when I was a kid, I was in awe of the beautiful gardens that my grandpa and my dad cultivated. They would grow everything, like everything. They would grow tomatoes, green beans, eggplant, paraya, or the folks that don't know Ilocano, bitter melon, saluyot, or jute leaves, carabasa, or squash, to apple trees, persimmons, pomegranate, oranges, and countless amounts of produce. We rarely went to the grocery store to purchase fruits or vegetables. It was our family's collective work that made this possible. My grandma, and my mom would co-sustain the garden by overseeing the plants, watering, nurturing, and harvesting. And I would remember them yelling orders to my older brother and I, and say, "Hoy, don't step on the vegetables! Make sure the basketball doesn't squash our plants." What was my role as a young child? It was to water the plants and pull out the weeds, but my focus was to play. I would fill the pockets in my denim overalls with water to see if it could hold like a cup, just like my son over there, or simply whine all day because the labor was hard. It didn't make sense as a child because all I wanted to do was play basketball and play video games on Atari or on my Sega Genesis. I recall when I was about 13, I was carrying a wheelbarrow of weeds while my father was toiling in the soil.
It's okay, Rod.
I asked my dad, "What is your secret to growing your garden?" Listening to him attentively, he said, "You must pay attention to your plants like it's your own. You must speak to your plants, give them a name, listen to them, pull out the weeds, support them, because if they take care of you, they will take care of your family." This campaign was not like any ordinary campaign. This campaign was like my family's garden that was cultivated from the ground up. This campaign took lots of patience, struggle, surviving, listening, and doing. It was the work of our collective that was inspired by our past, present, and future. The health of any garden is built on the foundation of its soil. It has to have the right amount of nutrients, pH balance, and moisture. The creation of soil comes from weathered rocks, minerals, mixed with air, water, organic materials, and living organisms that interact slowly to become the ground we stand on. Similar to this process, history serves as a soil that shapes us who we are today and what has fertilized this campaign into fruition. This campaign did not start when I decided to run for office, but it comes from the soil and roots of social movements that informed my decision to take a stand in today's political climate. I teach my students that we are storied beings. What does this mean? It means that we are who we are based on the stories that are told to us. These stories can be told through childhood fables, what we learn in school and home, what we watch on TV, what we listen to music, what is reflected in social media, or how policy can determine the limitations of one's humanity. As a first-time candidate, I was told by many people that there's a certain script, that there's a certain story to winning an election. You needed large political posters and lawn signs that are simple, not too political, cultural, or artistic. Not to focus on young people because they are apathetic and they're lazy. cater to the certain voting populations because other populations don't vote. And elections are not won through the platform of social justice. But my campaign was different. I came with a narrative that history, social justice, and identity are crucial to my political existence. My campaign stems from the social movements of the past, such as the Third World Liberation Front and the fight for ethnic studies at San Francisco State 50 years ago. The international hotel struggle in San Francisco and the continued fight for affordable housing. The crusade for better working conditions and wages like the United Farm Workers. And the indigenous people's rights to land. We stand on indigenous Ohlone land, and I will care and serve this land like how they have served for thousands of years. My campaign derives from this historical rich soil. At the start of the campaign, the most challenging were close loved ones who became one with the soil. This journey is dedicated to former pet teacher, Sheldon Paray, who passed away from her long bout of cancer. Apong Donatilo Simbre Sudaria, who is Arlene's grandfather, and her parents are here today. And my friend, mentor, sister, and godmother to my children, Dr. Dawn Buholana Babalon. Her work in the field of history and ethnic studies has shaped generations of students to learn about the experience of Filipino Americans. Her work helped inform who I am today, to be a proud Filipino American that comes from the historical DNA of resistance, struggle, and community that Filipino farm workers have created in the Little Manila community of Stockton, California, which was the largest Filipino community outside the Philippines from the 1920s to the 1960s. She was a model of being an unapologetically Pinay and saw the importance and urgency to utilize both her scholarship and political activism to create the Little Manila Foundation to save the community and the remaining buildings that her father and grandfather built many years ago. She expressed, "Be part of the process before times of protest." Dawn's secret words spoke to me that I needed this reflection, that I needed to reflect what I was teaching inside and outside the classroom. Losing these family members within a month at the start of my political journey reminded me that this campaign was not like any ordinary campaign, but I was doing this for my ancestors. My political journey is to pay homage to my mom, the late Virginia Lacuesta Rania Magwal. Like many Filipino nurses who sacrificed moving away from their homes, family, community, and being oceans apart in the late 1960s till today, she was instrumental of who I am. She will make it a point to have breakfast with me after a long graveyard shift before I departed for school. I look forward to our breakfast conversations because she would tell me all about the family chismes, or gossip, her shift at work, and always reminded me how much she loved me. I would share about what I learned in my ethnic studies courses, how I taught and what I learned in these courses to young people, and sometimes scare her about the protests I helped organize or attend. And she would tell me, "Anak," or "Child, please tone down the activism." She looked at me with her cautious, caring, soft smile, and she would say, "I wish I was as political active as you, Balong," or son. I remember saying, "You're the first activist I know, Mom. To be the first in your family to sponsor family to Canada and the United States, care for the sick, make us breakfast, help with my homework, and commute in hours of traffic to keep your family afloat. Your sacrifice showed me what a leader looks like." The present is the intersection of what the past and future meet. It is like the stem or trunk of a plant. Without it, it doesn't have support, strength, or the potential for growth. The trunk of this campaign wouldn't be possible for my cousin Lauren Doss. Thank you for holding it down for our family. You got people's backs like car seats, and you are a conditional love and support you have for your friends and families unquestioned. Thank you for being the warrior that my children can look up to and humor you exude to make any difficult situation light. Thank you for my in-laws, Nancy Doss and Jimmy Dawes, for coming up and down California to take care of the children. It's hard to be alone, but I can't even imagine being oceans apart. And I want to say thank you. My mother-in-law fractured her foot, and she's still up here coming and taking care. Thank you to my Tita Mila for doing the same thing. I especially want to thank my other cousin, Holly Aya Lim. You are my little sister that I looked up to you, that I looked up for your light, guidance, and support. My cousin posted a social media post about 4 years ago, and she said, "Happy 36th rotation around the sun. By your 40th, I'll get you elected into office." Look at us. I remember our ride to the party, and I was like, I think I could do this. 4 years later, and at age 40, we were all witnessing history manifest. Thank you for having the patience and making the sacrifice of taking the time after work, parts of your weekends, personal time to get me elected, and being the captain of the Rod Squad. I love you with all my heart, I think. Like a stem of a plant, it can bend, but it does not break. Winds can blow furiously, water can oversoak the plant, but the stem adapts to all conditions and provides a strong foundation between the roots and its fruits. Coach Cubales, Mahalaya, and Dr. Allison Tintinga Cubales, you symbolize what this looks like. Allison, I know this has been the most challenging times to lose your best friend, but you continue to be the trunk that holds everything together. Thank you for being the trunk for our community. You and Dawn have cultivated a garden of leaders, teachers, dancers, artists, poets, and politicians. And it wouldn't happen without your belief, guidance, inspiration, engagement, and support. And if you look all around this wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for you and Dawn. And to my best friend, my wife, my partner, my asawa, Dr. Arlene Das Magbo. Not bad for a couple of kids that grew up in Long Beach and Riverside, California. To make a name for ourselves in the Bay, Arlene is my perfect complement, my soulmate, my other me. She sometimes will joke and say, "I'm here to make dreams come true." Family, friends, and students may chuckle, but they know in their heart she is for real. Arlene is the branch that keeps you up when you feel down. She's the stem that lifts you up to the sun so you can shine. She places shade for people to comfort, or she places shade, if you know what I mean, to protect their loved ones. You are the strong branch that holds up leaves to the skies so our community can bear fruits for change. This is what you have done for me in our relationship, our family, and our community. I love you. This campaign is about the future. The fruit and seeds of this garden would not be possible without my family, Pinoy Pinay Educational Partnerships. You are more than just a program, a service, a nonprofit. You are the seeds. You are the model of what our indigenous ancestors expressed as 7 generations. That 7 generations before us affects us today, and what we do today will affect 7 generations after us. PEP has transformed the way I see myself, how change can be created, and what communities can become. You are the leadership pipeline that nurtures the seeds that will transform our world. To my seeds, Rason and Amiyanan. He's sleeping. Take it all in. My garden that I grew up in is way more different than the garden you're growing up in. You may be growing up in a different ecosystem, but you are remnants of history, soil that has helped you grow. Like what your tata said, You must pay attention to your plants. Listen, like if it's your own. You must speak to your plants. Give them a name. Listen to them. Pull out the weeds. Support them. Because if you take care of them, they will take care of you. Daly City is my garden. And I'll make sure I will listen, care, build, and nurture our garden so we'll take care of all of us and future generations to come. Thank you.
Congratulations. And now we are calling on the administration of oath to Council Member-elect Pamela DiGiovanni. The oath is administered by Supervisor David Canepa.
You want to say something first?
Raise your right hand.
I, Pamela DiGiovanni,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution to the State of California
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
that
I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the United States of California,
that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties upon which I'm about to enter. Congratulations, Councilwoman. About a 20-minute speech, but I'm going to do it in about 5 seconds. But Pamela, just thank you on behalf of the city of Daly City. This is your badge.
Wow.
So congratulations, and remember to use this badge judiciously, or not at all. I prefer the latter. Congratulations. We're proud of you, Pamela.
Well, here we are, everyone. As I thank Ray Buenaventura for saying the seat was warm. I kept that seat warm for many years, consistently for the last 15 years. I don't think I missed a single council meeting, a study session, or anything that happened in the city. So people say, oh, you know the issue. Yes, I did. But tonight is about gratitude. Gratitude to all of you who voted for me, who believed in me, who thought that I could do this, but only with the help of you. That's my gratitude. And it's humbly and grateful to say, you know, I always said, this is our campaign. I am only the instrument that moved it forward, but I didn't do it alone. Again, labor, boots on the ground, firefighters, police, IBEW, electrical, right here, Stephen Booker, you believed in me. Teamsters, NUHW, I mean, you name it. It was 100 teachers, California Teachers Association, Melinda Dart, Julie Lynn Rupp, everybody. It was boots on the ground, a constant going. And you guys know that I know grassroots campaign from Mr. Canepa, Ray Buenaventura, Jocelyn Manalo, and anyone else that I believe in that can be a leader in this city, and we can move this thing together. So it is not without just cause to say, I'm truly humbled to stand here today, and I want to let you know I hear you. I've always heard you, and I did take action, and people know the actions that I took. There are like many people to thank. So I see throughout the room, I see people sitting here to support me. Shug, LaRonda Smith, that is my sister in that corner, who's been here for me from the beginning. When I was helping Supervisor David Canepa, President Obama, wherever I was, she was there for me. Del Shimbari, Rick Medina, Clayton Koo, Marie Brasuela, and Trader Joe's people are in the house. And do you know why? Because when I would run in from the campaign, they would say, "Go, girl, we saw you on the corner. You were on the corner, we saw you with that sign. Go, girl, go." We saw the Teamsters thing beeping on the horn. Planet Fitness owner, anyone that I asked, please, can I put my sign up? Not a small sign, a big sign, because I follow the roots of David Canepa. And for all the seniors of Bury, and I see Dory sitting over there with my seniors, Tita, Tita Perla, Tony Zedich, Ray, everyone in this room, including the council members that sit up here. You believed in me. Now, it's my time to do the work, but not by myself, but with you. And yes, everybody knows about the public safety. Everybody knows I'm a firefighter's daughter. But let me tell you what, I am here for the inclusiveness of everyone in this town that wants to call Daly City their home. I'm here to serve you, no matter where I am. It's Daly City. It's Daly City all the way. That's my heart, my soul, Cecil Owens, the Bay Shore. I see you all, Southern Hills, Leanne. I see everybody. So I hear you, and we're going to be working together, and I look forward to it. We can do this. We've already made positive change on the council and started moving things forward, and I look forward to serving with these people up here, and we can make it all together, because we are really going to work together, and we want to hear from you. Mrs. Chang, I see you. My Burmese community back there. I see you. So thank you very much. I'm humbly, I don't want to hold up everyone. And again, thank you, labor. Thank you, teachers. Thank you, firefighters, police, NUHW, IBEW, Teamsters, and your plumbers. Don't forget the plumbers, the glazers. No, they were boots on the ground, I'm telling you. And Sonny Kenny, I don't know where you're at tonight. Sandra Lang, everybody, Christine, Foe. So I don't know, there's so many. Eleanor, everybody. So I humbly thank you. I'll take my seat and honorably serve with this great council up here, and I am here for you, Daly City. Thank you.
At this point, I'd like to ask Madam Clerk for roll call, please.
Thank you. Ms. DiGiovanni?
Here.
Mr. Buenaventura?
Present.
Mr. Daus McBowell?
Present.
Mr. Sylvester?
Present.
Ms. Manalo?
Present. Thank you. At this point, I'm calling for nominations for the office of mayor.
I would like to nominate Councilmember Ray Buenaventura for mayor.
I'd like to second that.
There's no second needed. Okay.
Second needed, okay.
Okay. Are there any other nominations? Seeing none, may we have roll call, please? Oh, motion to close nominations.
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. As it states, we have a nomination for office of mayor for Mr. Ray Buenaventura. Roll call, please.
Yes.
Mr. Buenaventura?
Aye.
Mr. Daus McBowell?
Yes.
Mr. Sylvester?
Aye.
Ms. Manalo?
Aye.
Thank you. At this time, I would like to ask my friend and mentor, Mr. Joe Cachet, to administer the oath.
Thank you, Ray. Ray, you wouldn't be here tonight except for a young lady by the name of Kathy and your son Max. You've been elected the mayor of Daly City, perhaps the greatest city on the peninsula, certainly the largest. And one only has to look around to see the type of people that you're going to lead. Do you think you can preside over this city with the integrity, the truth, the justice that it takes?
Yes, sir.
You're sure of that?
I am positive.
You're positive of your name?
Yes, that's true.
You got that. Let me move on. You're willing to be the mayor of this great city?
Yes.
You raise that right hand of yours. Got the right hand up there?
Yes, sir.
I, Ray A. Buenaventura,
I, Ray A. Buenaventura,
do solemnly and swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith
that I will
and allegiance to the same.
I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
You take this obligation freely.
I take this obligation freely.
I'm going to add, no one talked you into that.
No one talked to me.
Without any mental reservations.
Without any mental reservations.
Purpose of evasion.
Purpose of evasion.
And that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of mayor.
And that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of mayor.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Mr. Mayor, it is such an honor to be here. But more important, it is an honor to look behind you at this incredible group that you are about to lead. That's what this city is all about.
Absolutely.
Remember that,
Thank you,
Mr.
Joe.
Mayor.
Thank you, Joe. All right, so at this time, let me move forward and call for nominations for the office of Vice Mayor.
I would like to nominate Councilmember Glenn Sylvester.
All right, so we have a nomination for Vice Mayor of Glenn Sylvester. Do I need a second? Any other nominations for the office of Vice Mayor? Hearing no other nominations, move to close the nominations. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right. Can we have a roll call, please? Yes.
Yes. Ms. DiGiovanni?
Yes.
Ms. Manalo?
Aye.
Mr. Rod Das
Yes.
McBarwell? Pardon me. Mr. Sylvester?
Aye.
Mr. Buenaventura?
Aye. Congratulations, Mr. Vice. We have Honorable former Mayor Willie Brown to administer the oath to Glenn Sylvester.
Wow. San Francisco.
If I can have my wife and my son, who managed to stay awake, join me.
Oh.
Glenn, in this day and age, when someone is offered the opportunity to be the vice mayor, in the past it was purely symbolic. But in San Francisco, we've had two occasions when it was necessary for the vice mayor to step in and assume the responsibilities and the obligations and the duties of that office. Are you prepared under those circumstances to do exactly the same thing if you accept the job of vice mayor?
Yes, sir, I would.
Then you will kindly raise your right hand. That's the right one. And you will repeat after me. I, your name please.
Glenn R. Sylvester,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against enemies, foreign and domestic,
against enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I bear true faith
and that I'll bear true faith
and allegiance
to
the Constitution of the State of California and the Constitution of the United States. Reversing it.
to the Constitution of the State of California and the Constitution of the United States.
And I take this oath
And that I take this oath
without any reservations
and without any reservation
or any method or purpose of evasion.
without any method or purpose of evasion.
You will now assume the responsibilities of being the vice mayor, and you'll do so for as long as your council members will allow you.
I will now assume the office of vice mayor, and I will continue to do so as long as my council members allow me to.
God bless you. All right.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll make this very quick because, you know, I don't miss a meal, and I don't want to keep you folks from missing a meal as well, but I have a lot of respect for Honorable Brown, especially in the area of public safety. And that's why I had my son come up, because to this very day, my son wears my star number when I was in the police department. But let's talk about Daly City. Supervisor Canepa, thank you so much. I will never, ever forget that. Size matters. And Daly City will be on the move. Thank you all. Thank you, Honorable Brown.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen,
Thank you.
we are nearing the end of the program, but we have a very, very special performance. So I would ask you to please be quiet as you can, because this is truly a performance you're going to want to hear every word. Can I please ask my son, Max Buenaventura, Fajardo, to please come up. Oh, before we do it, Senator Scott Wiener would like to say something briefly. Do you want to say something? Yeah, come on up. Yeah, they're getting ready. Come on.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, I want to say what an honor it is to represent Daly City in the State Senate. Thank you for giving me that honor. This is an amazing place, and I am deeply appreciative every day, so thank you for that honor. I want to congratulate our new council members, Councilmember Das McWell and Councilmember DiGiovanni, on your elections, and Councilmember Buenaventura on your re-election.
Thank you.
To our new council members, I too came from a background of activism in my neighborhood, in my community, and I will tell you that it is quite a transition into elected office, and there's nothing quite like sitting in that chair and having your name called and casting the vote and being accountable for that vote. So I know you will both do amazing work, and congratulations. I also want to thank Judith Christensen and Mike Ngona for their service for many years to this community. Everyone is entitled to a break, and I want to congratulate and thank them. To Daly City and to the Daly City Council, I really look forward to continuing to work together for our community. Local state partnerships are so critical. None of us can succeed without the other. And it's been an honor to work with the City Council, whether it's our work to attempt, and I know we will get it done, to end the gun shows at the Cal Palace, whether we'll get there eventually, or the work that I know we will do on the housing crisis, which is no longer just San Francisco or Berkeley, it is everywhere, and people in Daly City are struggling, and to make sure that people can actually get around on BART, on Caltrain, on our roads, and I know we're going to get it done, so I look forward to that work. Congratulations, and Mr. Mayor, congratulations on serving, and Mayor Manalo, congratulations on your amazing work as mayor. So thank you, everyone.
So thank you, Senator Wiener. It's been great that you're here. I want everyone to know that Senator Wiener has been very supportive and has always been reaching out to us, and it's been a great relationship. We look forward to continue to working with you. Do you want to do a mic check? Does it work? You want to check to be on? Good. You ready?
I can hear you.
Okay. So. Please try to be quiet because you're going to want to enjoy this incredible performance. I was a bear witness to it before, and so ladies and gentlemen, Farida Fajardo and Maximilian Buenaventura.
Broken down and tired, living life on the merry-go-round.
Uh-oh. Want to do it again? Why don't you just unplug it and...
Take two. Gusto clapping daw kasi.
Try again.
Clapper!
Okay? All right, go ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, Farida Fajardo and Maximilian Buenaventura.
Oh.
Just unplug it. Unplug the outlet.
No, it's the piano. It's not the speaker, it's the piano.
Yeah, okay. All right. Sorry. All right.
Ready, guys?
Yeah.
Can't hear you. Do it, man.
Just unplug it.
I don't think that's the problem. It's the piano.
Turn it off and turn it on.
Hang in there, folks. This is worth it.
Is it plugged? Go ahead, Maria, take it away.
Do it again. Broken down and tired, living life on the merry-go-round. You could find a fire, I see it in you, so you walk it out. Ooh.
song to go, and then we're going to have coffee and cake. And so Max is doing a special dedication, so here we go. ladies and gentlemen, that will conclude our 55th meeting of the City Council. We have coffee and cake for you to enjoy. Also, after, there's going to be a reception at Westlake Joe's if you want to head on over there after here. We're also going to have a City Council meeting starting in a few minutes. Thank you.